Today is Sunday. I was late, but it looks like, oh, there's some folks. Hello, art buddies. Taking my medicine. Put my cup of tea down. Hello, hello. Come in, sit down. Whoops. Hi, Candy. Good morning. I've got to get my phone in order here. My slippy, slidey phone. Turn off that. Turn down the sound. Who else we got here? Peggy. Hi, Peggy. I guess I should put my glasses down. That always seems to help. Put down the old glasses. All right. There's a bit of a lag, so I'm not live on my phone yet. Sorry for being a few minutes late. Last minute trip to the loo. Hello, Joyce. Kellyanne. Good morning. All right. We're popping in. Woohoo! Oh, I don't know. Look at this washi tape. I don't know. I sent Peggy this reel. I put it in my description box. I want to try to do what this girl did on this reel. She's from a different land. It's not in English. I couldn't find any directions on how she did it or what she used. So once again, I'm going to be winging it, just trying to figure out how she did what she did. And I decided I would use washi tape. So let's see. I guess I could show you the reel. Let me go back if I can find. I know I sound like a bumbling goofball, but okay. So I want to go. Where was that? It was here. Here she is. So she's got a small journal book. It looks like a watercolor journal book, and I have one similar to that, but I'm kind of saving mine to do watercolor stuff in it. And she puts all these shapes down, and then you can see where she colored around to make them look like frames. And then she took magazine pages and cut them and glued them in like, little pictures. And I just think it looks adorable. And I thought it would be fun to do. See, she puts the gold on in the comments. The folks that commented really liked the gold that she added and smudged. I'm assuming she probably used some kind of a little, like a wax, But see how she's pulling up the things? It really stuck down. And then at the very beginning of the reel, it looks like parchment paper there, but that doesn't stick unless you glue it. Of course, I can't find my repositional glue. And if you use Post-it notes, that's only got a little strip of sticky across the top. So this is what I'm aiming to do today. Now I'm going to use my Not So Everyday journal, which the pages already have color down on the pages. So I don't know how I'm going to address that. We'll see. But I put my shapes on. So here's my Not So Every. I'm going to wait for a few more of us to get in here because I've got something else I want to show you. So if you can see, I put some shapes. I used my little templates to draw shapes. This one I did by hand, but this I did and then cut the washi tape to fit over top. These here, it's a little smaller than what I wanted, but I used my punch. Now, I don't have too many punches that are just plain shapes. So I just have the little circles, and my ovals are real small. So these, I'm just using this little grid template and tracing on. I put my washi tape. This is the widest washi tape I have. I put that down so I can just trim these out. So let's, I just want to wait a few more minutes because I want to do something. I got some Happy Mail. So I want to show you my Happy Mail. And let me see if I sent a message. Oh, there's Jeannie. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I go there. All right, I don't want to give anything away. I want to keep a secret of who I got the Happy Mail from right now. Now, if you sent me Happy Mail recently and you are here, don't say anything in chat. I want to keep you a secret. But would you check your messages? I sent you a message. I'm looking for an okay to reveal who I got my Happy Mail from. Now, two of you, well, Jacqueline's not here. Jacqueline and Kel, you're sworn to secrecy, okay? Because I did share my Happy Mail with those two gals, but I want to keep it a secret because I want to do a little something that might be fun. All right. So I know it sounds confusing. I'm probably making it more confusing than it needs to be. So I'm going to show you in a little bit. I'm going to cut these out first. Now these are not going to, it's not going to be exact. Okay. So I think we just kind of gave it away. So I'll do something different. Oh no, I'm in the wrong feed. Okay, I got it. Woohoo! Thank you. All right. So we're good. All right, so here's my oval. Now, if you're just popping in, I have my not so everyday journal here, and I have pre-treated the pages, which in this case may not be a great thing because the gal whose reel I'm kind of working towards. See, I had my one thing on my phone not enlarged, and I thought I blew it, but I didn't. I'm good. Woohoo! Okay. So, okay, that's the wrong one. So the girl in the reel, she's got just plain like cream colored watercolor paper. You know, just like the regular color of paper, which really looks nice behind the little frames that she creates on this journal spread. And she protects that space by sticking something down, but it's all in a different language. And I don't know what she used, and I don't know that she really tells what she used. But I don't have anything other than washi tape that I know of that would do the same thing. So I'm just making shapes with this large washi tape that I have. And it doesn't, not all washi tape is created equal, as many of us have discovered. All right, so here's what I want to do. I got some Happy Mail. There's quite a few of us in here now. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Happy Sunday. So I got some Happy Mail, and I'm going to show you what it is. This is something like sometimes you put Happy Mail together, and you put a couple of stickers or whatever. You have some leftover scraps of paper. I personally love to get all that stuff. I mean, it's pretty hard not to please me. But sometimes just get a little more excited than other times. And this is one of those times where this is such a special Happy Meal that I received. You're just going to flip out. You're going to be jealous. I think you're going to be jealous. So what I'm going to do is in a little minute, I'm going to put in a go. And when I show you what I received, I want you to guess who made this and sent this to me. Now, the person that made this and sent this is in chat. So if that person wants to also take a guess to try to throw people off, that would work too. But when I put in the go, make a guess. Now, I've been yapping and yapping and yapping about making something for me to wear while I'm streaming or while I'm showing my journals or whatever. And this dear viewer knocked it out of the park. And I am so excited. You're going to just be amazed. So, what I'm going to do is the first person that guesses correctly is going to win a giveaway, a Happy Meal. And the person who created this for me is going to get a Happy Meal, but she gets to pick first. So, let me put in a go. So I've got that set up, and then I'm going to show you what I got. I know this, I'm taking up time, but this is so worth it. What do you say? And you'll know if you follow me regular, which most of you here do, you'll know what I'm talking about in a minute. So here we go. Oh, I just gave it away, I think. Look, look. So get those guesses coming in. Look, are they not gorgeous? They fit perfect. Look at these. Oh, I was going to put this in my description box. She told me where to find this pattern. So I did work one of these up in regular yarn, but I'm going to make some of these in this kind of crochet thread because wouldn't that look beautiful on a journal cover? I'm so excited. Of course, I won't wear these today because I'm going to be painting. And then, of course, I had to put some nails on. So I'm looking at the answers here. Did I miss anybody new coming in? No, I said hi to Jeannie, said hi to Joyce and Candy, Peggy. Oh, Vale. Hi, Vale. I know, aren't they? They're just wonderful. Look, how pretty, right? And she even did the bottom. So I don't see, no one has guessed yet. Has not guessed correctly, I should say. That may not work. Maybe nobody will get it correct. But I'm going to show you what I have. I have two things here, and the maker gets to choose first. So I have this little journal, I guess you could call it, made with envelopes that I put together. It's kind of scruffy. It says blessings. I just did a little bit of stamping. And then this so you got a pocket here, there's a pocket back here. And then I put some pages in. I don't know if I did. Yeah, it looks, these are some pages. These are pages my husband used to use when he went out to measure carpet. So I just coffee stained those. And then when I went out with my sisters, I purchased some things. Shocker. So one thing I purchased was a new package of napkins. So I'm going to include that in here. And then I just have really started to like these little bunnies for Easter. So this is a Peter Rabbit set. Of course, they're for cupcakes or hors d'oeuvres or something, but I'm going to use them in my art. So I'm going to share some of those. So this is one of the choices for whoever. Does anybody else need to make a guess? Yeah, fun for spring, for sure. And then you can do what you want with this. I mean, you could decorate this up and do all kinds of stuff. And then I was messing around with, I almost said farting around with, well, I said anyway, with an idea from Treasure Books. She makes these, and so that's what this is from. And this is just another little kind of journaly thing. In blue, so you've got plenty of pages, and then this has got ephemera all included, a couple little pockets, and so this will be the second choice. So, all right, I'm going to say guess again. If so, let's see. Candy was guessed, and Angie. They're not correct. Kel did not make it. So let's have another go. And I'm going to put in another go. And then if no one gets it, then we're just going to let the maker have her choice. It's a hard guess because I was clueless. I had no idea that this gal could do this. Kel says, I wish I could win. So Jeannie guesses Vale. It wasn't Vale. Wasn't Peggy. Oh, there we go. Peggy, she won. First one in with Joyce. Joyce Boring made these. Joyce, thank you so much. So we'll say this is A and this is B. So Joyce, you get to choose first, and then Peggy will get what you don't choose. All right. I know. Are they not fabulous? I mean, they're just fabulous. I can't thank her enough. They're so great. I have been trying to figure out from different patterns how to make these. Well, and then I went and bought the sweaters, and I think, variety is good too. And I think they'll work up. The one I started on, I'm going to redo because it's not laying, especially after seeing Joyce's, it's not laying flat enough, just doesn't hang on my hand nicely. So this is, and she included a nice little note. So, I mean, it just was such a sweet, sweet surprise for me. I really enjoy them. So, good job, Joyce. Okay, Joyce wants number 2. Actually, that is wonderful. Thanks for letting me know. So, we're just going to put that on here. And then Peggy will get A or 1, number 1. I think I'll remember, but I'm going to mark them anyway. So this should go out sometime this week. All right. I might add a couple other little things in here. I don't know. All right. Thanks for playing along. And Joyce, thank you again for my special treat. All right. So now back to today's project. So this is my Not So Everyday Journal. So I've got a few more squares here that I need to cover up and try to keep paint and whatnot from getting inside. I mean, I could really take my time, but it might be hard not to be messy. So let's see. I've got all my little tracing grids out. I tried to do a little bit ahead, but I didn't want to do too much ahead because, I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. Now, these here, I decided to use a different size shape. So I'm just going to go over top of this. Oh, that's not good. I went down too far. So we'll get that rectangle one cut out. Now, if you have a punch with different shapes, your basic shapes, it would certainly work easier than what I'm doing. And then I tried to tape my protective sheet underneath, and gosh, the washi tape didn't hold that either. So, and then I thought, well, I could iron on, maybe that's what she did. Maybe she ironed on like a freezer paper or something. Because then you can pick that up. I mean, that's not permanent. Oh, wow, Kel, you are moving and grooving, girl. That sounds great. I know, right, Vale? Yeah, the finish in the background is really sweet. So I'm going to see if I can get close to that. All right, let's see. This will do. This will do. I think I can cut a couple more out of this piece. And then I have repositional glue, glue stick. No idea where I stashed that. So, of course, this morning I'm cleaning my desk, trying to figure that out. But no luck on that. So I opted for the washi tape. I hope it will stay down well enough for me to do what I need to do. So like I said from the beginning, if you're just popping in, I'm just winging it because I don't have instructions as to how the artist did this. Now, I'm not sure if Tanya is on today. I was in her stream last week, and I think she's probably traveling, but I couldn't tell. I checked her posts and I didn't see anything. So I'm going to try to get done in a couple of hours, but this may take me a little longer than what I normally stay on, about 2 hours. And if I, stop misplacing things, I could probably go a little quicker. All right, let's see. I don't think I have enough of this left to fit. I need a big piece for there. I might try to just avoid that one. This oval, I'd like to get that covered. So let's grab another piece of scrap paper. And that oval, I think, I want to make sure I get the right size. Doesn't have to be exact. That's not it. It's that guy. Okay. Now, the thing about really wide washi tape. No Tanya today? Oh, thanks, Joyce. Okay, welcome back, Jeannie. Okay, so I can relax a little bit. I do hate to overlap. All right. So I think it was this one. I might have room to do that other one. So I'm going to start with a brown acrylic paint. And I'm going to paint the background in. Now, I really like the book that the artist does hers in. But like I said, I have one book like that. And I'm trying to just do watercolor in it. I think it's that square, okay. So I decided I was going to do it in my composition book. And then when I looked at the reel again and realized that she did it in such a small, hers is really small. And it just looks so adorable. I like to try, if I'm going to copy, I really like to try to copy as close to the original as I can. All right, so let's cut these two little shapes out. And you can use whatever shape you want. Now, I noticed that she left a couple of her shapes without an image in them. She is using magazine pages that she cuts out to put in her frames, which I pulled out some of mine that I can look through. But I've been loving and enjoying working with the digitals that I purchased, and I also printed some of those. And I might use some of those to see how they look. Now, I guess there's some kind of, and I don't have this, I guess there's some kind of an art product called some kind like a mask or something. Candy probably would know. Maybe Peggy too. Certainly Debbie would if she were here. Where you can paint it on and then it dries. I think I have it right. And then it dries and then you can peel it up and pull it off. And then, that space is left untouched. But I don't have it. I just don't have it. Peggy says it's a masking gum. You can get it in watercolor department. Okay, thanks, ladies. So that's something else to put on the wish list. It's always a wish list. So then you could just paint it on where you wanted it. You wouldn't have to, fiddle around and go through all this jazz, But if you don't have it, bricolage, use what you have. Make do with what you have. Okay, so there you go. I mean, I've had this big washi tape for like ever and a day. And it's such a pain in the fanny to get it off the spool. I don't really use it a lot. Okay, so here we go. So I pulled out this acrylic folk art paint, and of course, they put the sticker or whatever right where the color is. I think it's called Moscata. I don't know. And I'm going to use the lid. Don't do this. I do it. Don't do it. It's not a good habit to get into, but I'm doing it. This is probably a little deeper than the girl in the reel used, and I don't even know her name. So I've got some clean water here, and I'm grabbing a paper towel. And I do have, protection underneath the pages that I'm working on. And this might not work. I shook it up, but this is not very, this is more translucent. No, I'm not liking that. Okay, plan B. Let's see what this is. This is burnt umber. This is really dark. I don't know that I want burnt umber either. Boop. See, it's not mixed. That one's not mixed up well. I haven't used that very much. Let's try milk chocolate. I'm looking for, I'm sure you can see how that's kind of see-through-y. Yeah, I'm wanting something more opaque like that. So we're not going to go with the, I'm not going to go with the folk art. I'm going to go with the deco art. I'll let that dry a little bit and we'll just paint over it. So I want to get up as close as I can to what I've taped off, but I don't want it to run underneath. So I'm trying to do a little drier brush in that I'm not dripping paint. At least that's what I'm thinking. Might be good. So how is everyone? It's been beautiful here, but today it's a little chilly, but it's sunny. And the stinking brown birds got in my birdhouse. And the stinking squirrels, I think, has been rattling my worm feeder, knocking all my worms on. Oh, I got that really close. I don't think I wanted that close. And let's see, what else is there as far as an update? Our daughter will be 40 on Wednesday. We're kind of amazed at that. So we'll be heading over to Pennsylvania. Jeannie says it's cold in Ohio. Yeah, I was expecting it maybe to be a little warmer today, but I had to put the sweater on the pup when she went out. And our daughter lives in a house. What do they call? They call it a raised ranch, maybe. To me, it's like she lives in a tree house. You walk into her house and you have the option to go down 3 or 4 steps. Maybe there's 5 or 6, or go up, say, like 8 or 9 steps. Well, she fell down the steps the other day. And, she's going to be 40, so she didn't spring back like she normally would. So she's kind of been a split. I don't know, gee. For some reason, I was thinking it was a raised ranch or something. I don't really know the term. But to me, it's like living in a treehouse. I don't really care for it, but they loved it. So that's what they bought. And gosh, they've been there, I'd say 8 or 9 years now. And this is the first time she's taken a tumble. So I guess that's good. She's a school teacher and she probably had her arms full, is what I'm guessing. Racing out the door to get to school. So, oh, thanks, Jeannie. So, of course, Mom tried to talk her into going and getting an x-ray, but she wasn't having that. So, anyway, we're going to pop over on Wednesday. We haven't seen them in a little while. I still have the grandkids' Valentine treats, so we'll take all that. We'll probably take Easter because we're traveling right before Easter, so we're not going to see them for Easter. So, we'll do all that on Wednesday. Then I'll get to check on her. The other day, she said she was feeling not too bad, and then after school, she felt worse, but she wasn't sure if it's because she injured herself worse than she thought, or if it was because she did too much at school. I mean, teachers basically are on their feet most of the day. I'm in New Jersey, and the rest of my family is in Pennsylvania. We're from Pennsylvania. So on the East Coast. All right, so I'm giving this a second coat. Probably should have dried that a little more. But, at 40, they don't really listen to Mom anymore. So now I pulled out my Stabilo pencil because I'm going to try to do some shadowing around this. To try to, really get the look that she's got so it looks like they're hanging on a wall or something. We'll see how it goes. So I started to do a countdown for our trip. I think it's like 25 days. We leave in 25 days. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we're actually going. Yikes. All right, now I do have some of that waxy stuff, but I have it in silver. Of course, I don't know where that is either, but I want to use gold. So I'm going to use my gold paint. Oh, you're in Maryland for yeah. I would love to go back, Jeannie. I really would. To our daughter's place, it's about an hour, 10 minutes for us, which, grand scheme of things, it's not that big of a deal. It was a hardship when my mom was so sick, and I was executor and power of attorney and all that stuff. And, trying to be with her as much as possible. It was tough. That trip was about an hour. But my sisters and all my nieces and nephews, everybody else is back in PA. And my husband's family is here in Jersey, but his siblings are gone, and it's nieces and nephews that are left, and we don't really see them too much. We're going to Europe. We're going to England to see my bonus son and his family. And I'm going to meet Janet Nash this time. Didn't work out before. And so we're going to get together for lunch. I hope, or maybe I'll get to go to her place. I don't know. We haven't worked that out yet. And then we'll visit with my bonus son. And then we're going to go fly into Basel, and we'll be in the France, Switzerland, Germany area for about 6 days. And, we'll just be up to no good while we're there. Traveling around, seeing what we can see. Countryside stuff, not city, mostly countryside, kind of little towns, Alsace region. My husband's never been. My son and I were there in 21, and we're itching to go back. And my bonus son has had another daughter since then, so I haven't met her, and they just purchased a home. So we'll get to see the new house, and I'll get to see the new baby and meet her and reconnect with the other two gals. I'm very excited about that. I can't wait to get my hands on those babies. Yeah, I said to my sisters were here the other day, as I said, and yeah, and my sister said to my husband, "Are you excited?" He said, "Oh yeah," which I'm surprised. He's not, he's very low key, he's just sometimes you got to check him for a pulse, one of those. He's just steady Eddie. Oh, good. I got it open. Okay, now she used her finger to rub around the gold she used. That's why I was kind of thinking it was like a waxy thing. So I'm not sure how this is going to go. Maybe I'll use a Q-tip and put a little on and then see. Now, I was thinking about adding a little, doing something a little different. Maybe adding like a teal, not a teal, like a aqua kind of a blue too to the wall to see. All right, here goes. You're really not even going to see this on this brown. Guess I'm going to need a couple coats. Uncharted water. Can't really see it, huh? I don't think watercolor is going to help. I don't think that's going to be a fix for it, but let's see. Let's just add a bunch. There's Jacqueline. Hi, Jacqueline. Whoop. I lifted up that washi tape. In our area, the local high schools, each spring, they put on different plays, and they offer senior citizens, I guess you have to sign up for it, the opportunity to come and see the plays at no charge. I don't go because I can't stand to sit that long in those squishy chairs and small spaces. So I don't go. My husband enjoys them, so he goes. But he said he was noticing yesterday there was one. He said and he knows different ladies that go all the time because he plays cards with them. Like he's active here. I'm not. I stay home and do my art. I'm very content to do that. But he's a social butterfly. So he's noticing the ladies that he knows that go to these things. They just sit. They just sit and watch the play. And he's like, I am always moving, crossing my legs, uncrossing my legs, leaning forward, repositioned in my backside, all this chat. We just don't sit still. I can't, I just can't sit still. I'm always moving. All right. Now I wonder if I add some teal, not teal, I keep saying teal, some, a little bit of blue, turquoisey. All right. Jacqueline is lurking and, oh, she's running. She's a crazy woman. She's a crazy woman, Miss Jacqueline. Okay, just a little touch of this blue, I'm thinking. Of course, this is all not really dry yet. I'll have to use my heat tool again. So again, just use what you have, add what you want, maybe a little green if you're going to do this, or maybe a lighter background. What I'm thinking was when I pull these up, because the sample, the reel, it's plain under there. Mine is not because I pre-treated all my pages. So I might want to paint inside of these little frames, but we'll see. Okay, I'm not getting enough of this. Let's try. No, that's a lot. All right. Okay, so I'm going to hit this again with my heat tool. Line this up, and then I'm going to use my Stabilo pencil and try to create a shadow around the right-hand side of each of these openings, or frames, if you will. I was thinking it might be fun to also put a little something that looks like wallpaper behind here, but I think I might do that. I probably am going to do this again in another journal, like maybe a bigger one. See how this turns out. All right, so I pulled out my Stabilo All. If you're not familiar with it, this is a line of pencils that they say you can. There it is, Stabilo. Write on anything, even glass. And if you smudge this around and then use water, your finger, a little paintbrush, a, um, a baby wipe, you can smudge and have it, like create a shadow. Now, that's what I'm hoping. Yes, old wallpaper would be a great idea. All right, so I'm really just kind of scribbling this. Now, what I didn't take into account until just now, it just occurred to me, like when this pulls off, it's going to be right next to that edge. So I guess she painted her frames on the inside of her shapes. I'm not sure, of course, because I've no Instructions. All right, so I'm going to grab another paintbrush and I'm going to put a little bit of water on. I don't want it dripping. And I'm going to try to, that's really dark. I guess I could back off of that a little bit. I want this to blend out so it kind of looks, so we're not really seeing that line so much. But I do want it dark because I want a really good contrast. So then I'm really wanting to do all of these here. And we'll do this side of the heart. I didn't make my heart very deep, but it'll be okay. I think it'll be okay. Now the Stabilo does come in different colors if you're curious. I have navy blue and white. And then this is just the regular pencil graphite kind of color is called All. A-double-L-A-L-L. All. If you're curious about that. And let's do this edge. Or even if you had some stickers, like little punched out stickers that could carry the theme of wallpaper, you could line them up or do dots, maybe do dots or some of your stamps. I don't use most of the stuff I have in my supply arsenal anywhere near as much as I could use them. That's the truth. All right, so let's try a little more water. And you could really put anything inside these frames. Goodness, you could draw inside these frames if you wanted to. I'm just trying to mimic what the artist on the reel did. And it really didn't show her doing the frames, so I'm not sure how that's going to go. I didn't pull out my black paint. I was thinking maybe a marker. But that's a little scary to think about doing a marker. Now see, I haven't really put this brush back in the water a whole lot. I'm trying to, use it as dry as possible because there again, I don't want it to bleed underneath my washi tape. So when I pulled out my not so everyday journal, if you don't know what that is, for me, it's like a daily, but because I'm not consistent, I take the pressure off of myself and I don't call it a daily. So when I see little projects like this that I want to do, I try to remember to put it in this journal. Like I said, I was going to use one of my bigger journals, but when then I saw what size the other gal was working in on the reel, I thought, oh, that looks so cute. Being that small size. So this is not as small, but it's not huge either. I think I've said this before. A gal by the name of Shauna. I can't say her last name. It starts with an M. I think she still streams. She is so good at blending this stuff out. She just makes it look so easy. And it just looks so wonderful. The way she can get it to like feather out, you know? And I can adjust that, I think, as I continue on. All right. So what I wanted, the other thing that the real artist did was she did lines this way and then this way. And I want to do that because I really like the look that it gives. I'm just not, I was thinking about using a ruler and I thought, boy, that's really anal. And hers are not perfect, but they look really cool. So I'm thinking about doing the same thing and just doing it by hand. But if I do the Stabilo, I think it will continue to move if it gets wet. I need something dark, but I just don't know that my Sharpie is gonna. Well, let's just try the Sharpie. She just did like this. Of course, she didn't move her page all over. Carnations. That got a little crooked. It's not really going in a gallery. I have to remind myself of that. This is art. My art. It's going to be fine. Whoops. It's not being judged. I got kind of close there. I didn't want it that close. I kind of like the pencil look that she had going, but should have probably cleaned that nipple. All right. They could be a little closer together. All right, so now I have to decide. All right, I'm going to peel these up. Yuck. Yuck, da 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 da. Or at least I'm going to attempt to pull them up. Got some of my gold under there. See, originally I was thinking I would just come around the outside edge and do the frame, but because I put the shadow in there, I think I'm going to put my frame inside. Is anybody going to try this? Got my little circles here. And her little circles, she put eyeballs, which I just absolutely love. And I was thinking about leaving a couple of them plain like she did, like the heart. And maybe this one I would leave plain. See, if I do that, I want to paint inside there like a natural color. You think so, Peggy? Okay, I'm hoping. I'm hoping. See, now if I use my marker, like my Sharpie marker, not the pen, I'm thinking it might bleed through. Maybe we should give it a go. I mean, I could dig out some paint for sure. Let's let's try this one. Yeah, it's gonna bleed. It's bleeding through. All right, so let's not use that. Let's try. I mean, on this page, I'll do something else I could cover it up. But if I don't have to, that would be better. So now I have to, what I have to do is, I think I'm going to get rid of this. I'm just eyeballing this, of course, and then coloring it in. Now I could use, like I said, paint. I might end up using paint. I have paint markers. I should have gotten out that. So now I'm creating or trying to create something that resembles a frame around the little shapes that I made. I hope I didn't miss anybody coming in. I see it looks like there's a few more that have joined us. So welcome. She also had some words that she put on her page. Um, I didn't know what they said either. All right. Now I think I want to put something in there. Now I don't really have, this is a pink. I don't really want a pink. I really want like a beigey flesh color, but I might have to live with pink if I can get it open. Let's see, where's that little round brush? See if I can. This is probably enough, like, probably going to need a couple of coats. Because this one I think I'm going to leave blank and not put a photo in it. I could just put a little piece of wallpaper in here. That would work too, wouldn't it? Hmm. Now, am I alone, or do the rest of you see these different artist reels and think, "Oh man, I would like to try that," or "Oh, I wish I could do that," and then maybe go ahead and do it? Or do you think, "Oh, I couldn't do it"? I mean, some things I know I couldn't do. And I think I want this one. Blank. I was surprised that she had a couple that were blank, but I think it really broke up, any of the busyness. Candy House Ange. Is she doing okay? Or is she still recuperating? All right, so those will be okay. All right, so now I need to continue with the framing. The square ones are easy. Kel says, I watch beach shorts on YouTube and tried the full tutorial. So, oh, yeah, you're good at that, Kel. I forgot about the beads. Yeah. Kel figures out some of those beading ones are hard to figure out how to do them. What's that one I like, Kel, that you made me? I didn't put them one today. That's it's just a little catty-wonkus, but we're going to have to live with it. A tutor? Did you tell me it was called a tutor? Oh my gosh, it's so cool. I have them in my room. Repurposing watches. Oh, sweet. And then there's all the drawing ones. Oh, forget about it, For me, anyway, it's like, I don't know. I just get this feeling inside like, oh man, I really want to do that. I really want to be able to do that. Yes, tutor. Okay, I had it right. Cool. All right, I'm just going to continue around. This doesn't have to be perfect. If it's not perfect, it gives it a little more charm, I think. I think I would like these lines darker, these background lines. That should have been over a little more, but we're just going to live with it. We're going to live with it. Bill said, I've tried different techniques used to watch Lori Marie Jenkins and follow her instructions on altered book pages. I've been feeling the desire to alter a book in her style again. Oh, I haven't checked her out. I don't know that I know who she is. You may have mentioned her before. Lori Marie. I have to remember that. I write stuff down and then I don't remember where I write it. I should put that right in my. Hey, Brenda, hi. Brenda said she's been lurking. She's busy putting beads on chicken wire. Love chicken wire. That is stapled to a picture frame to hang in a window. Oh, that sounds wonderful. Lori Marie moved out of the country and she doesn't do videos or anything anymore. I'm sure her old stuff's around. So we're not going to be here over Easter, but I keep popping little things up. Like I was to a thrift shop, I guess what, last month was it? That far ago? I don't know. My sisters and I are trying to get together on a more regular basis, spend a little more time with each other. So we had an outing the other day on last week when I didn't stream. And but a couple weeks before that, we went to a thrift shop in Pennsylvania. Thursday, we went to a place called Reynolds Garden Center. And, it had some gardeny stuff. My sister Nance went out and checked some of that out. She's the garden gal. Jackie and I, not so much. We just stayed in the gift shop. They had a hothouse too, where they had different things. But okay, so it's looking not too bad. Let's come around here. All right, so let's see. And then after the garden center, we found a TJ Maxx. I haven't been to a TJ Maxx in a long time. My husband likes to go in there, but he's usually out running errands and doing stuff on his own. I don't really get to go in. It was funny. We ran out last night. What were we looking for? Oh, I wanted to get paint chips. And there was something else at Lowe's he wanted to look at. Oh, yeah, patio furniture. So we took a ride after dinner. And then we needed a couple of things at the grocery. So we ran into Aldi's, and we don't usually go together. He usually, oh, thank you, Vale. That was sweet. Thanks so much. Now that'll be so easy for me. Thanks. And in New Jersey, you don't get bags anymore. You have to take your own bags, and we constantly forget. So we did remember, but he only took one bag in. I was saying to the lady behind us in line, he forgets it when I'm with him. It's definitely more than a one bag excursion. But of course, if you've ever been to Aldi's, they have a pizza. He likes this pizza that they have. It's like the size of a manhole cover. I'll be anxious to see what her style is. All right, so now the tricky part, I think, is going to be getting the right size to fill inside the frame, right? Let's finish this one. Now I'm doing good for me because normally I would do this in pencil first and erase 100,000 times. But I'm just relaxing and just trying to do it the best I can. See, that's not even. Not even Steven. Thanks, Jeannie. I don't think you can really see my shadowing very well, can you? I mean, in the reel, her background kind of looked like a medium brown, but maybe it was lighter. Okay. I might at some point come back and do black paint because it's not really as dark as I think it should be, and it probably will look a little better darker, but okay. It's good for right now. I'm going to be satisfied with it. Now I need to locate where I put my pictures I was going to use on this here project. I was so organized. All right, let's put this up here. And my grid. Wish I might use that. Oh, here we go. Here we go. See, if you just look. So I did print a Christmas. See, these are all kind of. He might fit there. All right. So now I want to get my little templates here from the washi. So I can use them to know what I want to cut out. Oh, really, Joyce? Oh, there's Debbie. Hi, Debbie. Good afternoon. Okay, so I think I want this guy. But I didn't do his frame yet, so I'm getting ahead of myself here. I'm skipping over to the other page. But that needs to be framed. All right, so what do I want over here? I need something a little. I thought these were little. These kind of big. This might be nice. This long, tall one might be nice to put these buildings in. Let's do that. Let's cut it right now. Oh, it's going to be a little short. No stink. Well, I can make the frame. Well, no. Might just be right about. Oh, that's right, because it's smaller on the inside. Duh. Duh. So that's really not going to help me, is it? All right, where's my nifty? Here it is. All right, so this needs to be trimmed just a little bit there. Not that I can see that. Of course, I did it crooked. And this is the hardest part. Because I forgot this is a different size. I think I want to go a little beyond that. Hachel, hi. Get rid of that little bit. Oh, well, we're glad to see you. I have to turn this. I'm sorry. Leah, hi, Leah. All right, so let's see if I can get some glue out of here. I'm going to put the glue down here. Smoosh it around. El smoosho. Don't glue upside down. No, this is right side up, I think. Yeah. Thank you, Debbie. Should run these through my sticker maker. That would be good. Then what she did was she put little marks like they were hanging. She just did like a little triangle and then a little dot. And some of them she put a bow. I think I need a little sip of my tea. It's kind of curling. It's not staying flat. Where did I have my Xyron? That might be a little better. Okay, so what I need is that's the ticket. That's the ticket, boys and girls. Let's see, what do I want to put in that one? Which one did I say? Second one in. All right, this might be better doing it this way. Now, the gallery reel used magazine pages, and I'm going to pull out some magazine pages too. But I've been having and enjoying these digitals so much, I thought I would use a couple of them as well. So now to cut neatly around. Of course, if I allowed myself more time, I could have run these things through my die cut machine, and it could be more precise. Could be more precise. Let's see, up here somewhere, I think is my, here it is. It's my little sticker maker. I think I still have stuff in here. Yeah. If I can remember how to do it. This might be better. So I'm going to slip that in. This needs to be dusted off. Here we go. Here we go. Boy, that's annoying. It's not sticking on that edge. It amazes me how these things work. Now we'll just come back around and tidy this up. Could have done a larger size, I think, for sure. All right, so let's put a little hanging spot on that one. And I wanted to put that, where did I put that guy here? So I need to put his frame in. Now all these need to be done, so just, takes me a little. I'm just eyeballing this. Look at, I've got sticker paper in. Isn't that a new thing? Oh, maybe it'll take off. And I will be in a different category of creating. I have a whole new line of sticker paper jewelry. And the other exciting thing in the news is da 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 da. Opening day for the Phillies, March 27th. The day after our daughter's 40th birthday. I love baseball season. My sister just told me that our our backup pitcher was just sent down. We're a little sad about that. Really nice guy. He's a good player. He hits well. But I guess there's a younger fellow that's come up who they feel catches a little better than he does. So we're a little sad about that. He might come up later in the season, but that's the hard part. All right, so now let's see. Let's square one of these. Of course, this one I had to get all, tricky on and put it on a crazy angle. So that one might work. So where are you at there, fella? Let's see how I can get him. I keep putting the pen I want to use away. Can't really see that quite well. I think it's there. I used the disappearing ink. It's still a little small. It's all right. It shall be fine. All right, we're going to put this guy on a sticker if I can get him in there. He's a little wider than Philly. Let's take a little off of here. Nobody cooperates. Here we go. The thing that I hate about this stuff is there's a lot of waste, like right there. And then if I try not to be wasteful, I end up putting the stickers on top of each other. This one got a little dark. I printed it off. I guess you really could put your little stickers in before you frame them out. That might be a little easier. I wouldn't recommend doing one on a crazy angle like that. But there you go. There you have it. I did it. It's kind of late now. All right, let's see. Okay, let me pull out some of my magazine pages that I promised. Got going on back here. Just some rogue threads. All right, let's see here. This might be a little fiddly here. I got a box. It's quite heavy because I was harvesting stuff from magazines quite a while ago, so I just kind of ripped pages out. I have no idea what all is in here or if there's anything I can even use. But we'll have a look. Let's see. A couple of eyeballs. Hey, Carol. Hi. Good afternoon. That eyeball might be good. Let's hold that aside. Oh, here's a good eyeball. Ooh, they might be great. All right, hold on. They might be a little too big. Let's see. This one. So I was trying to, for my thumbnail today, I thought, well, let me see if I can put different artists or popular paintings. And so the program that I use, there's a little AI section. So you're just supposed to type in, what you want to see. So I put in portrait of Mona Lisa. Oh my gosh, I got everything but her. I got like pictures like Madonna or the Blessed Mary. That's who I got. Like, I couldn't believe I couldn't just get a picture of the Mona Lisa. So I ended up using some of the digitals. It was crazy to me. Now, you gotta have a real talent to be looking and be able to pull out stuff that you can use on a smaller scale. Boy, I could go for a piece of that. I think I just whacked the camera. A lot of these I pulled out for my Abandoned Places books, which I haven't done anything in a really, really long time. Well, that's interesting. Oh yeah, me too. Leah. Oh my gosh, I've been messing around with my printer and that program that I have. It's an Adobe program, Adobe Express. I'm sure it does a lot more than I realize it can do. Oh, that's too big, I think, for anything. But I have been fiddling a little bit. And I bought more of the presentation paper so I can just go to town and print. Looks like I'm saving all the same stuff. You know, like magazine. I think I need a lesson in harvesting magazines images. Mm. Well, I think the eyeballs will be good. I can always go back to my digitals. But I wanted to try to use some magazines to show you that if you don't have digitals or things like that that you can use or want to use, and you have magazines, you know, book pages, you could use that. And they're very slippery. Did you listen to your video description? I think I need it. I'll get it to you, sweetie. I didn't. I should do that. I can go in and add it, but I can certainly direct mail you too. The dragonfly is cool, but I don't know if you'd be able to see him. Looks like I'm a one-trick pony here. Pony. And Leah, if you don't get it this afternoon, send me a reminder, please. Don't feel like, oh, I don't want to bugger. It's because I have ADD and I'm scattered a lot of the time. And I don't mean to be, but it's just the nature of the beast. All right, so this eye's probably going to be too flippin' big. Let's see. Where's mine? Circle punch. This is what I used. Do. That's just going to be the eyeball, be like the pupil. Because I could frame it on the outside and redo my edge. But I need something underneath this to punch it or it won't punch. Sometimes they're a little too flimsy. These magazine pages. Now, in the reel, the girl used, eyeballs. So Lori really liked that. Boop. It's a little spooky. But you could theme something like this, right? And do all flowers or little kid pictures or little animals or whatever. Little squares or shapes of color, sayings, eyeballs. Oh gosh, I love that. Okay, let's see. I'm going to make them stickers. Like a lot of this stuff, like I haven't bought the sticky stuff for this in a long time. But like the little unit I found on clearance somewhere. The bigger one I have, I found at Goodwill for like $5. And I don't use it all the time. This is what my husband doesn't understand. Yeah, you get this stuff and then you don't use it. Yeah, I don't use it 24/7. I use it when I need it or a project calls for it. And I'm very thankful that when I want to use it, I have it. Okay, let's frame that. Let's see, where are my circles? I'm going to use my little template if I can put my hands back on it. That's the oval. I don't want the oval. Here it is. I want the circle. That's the size. So let's go a little bigger. I want to leave enough room where I have space in between these two. All right. Now I'm going to get my little marker. And there's a definite little glare here for me with that gold. I cheated a little on this one. So you could really put anything in your shapes. You could draw in your shapes, do some doodles. This one's going to be a little heavier on the one side than the other. I'm having a hard time seeing that outer edge. I've got an extra line. That really looks spooky. All right, so let's redo the Stabilo pencil. Trying to create a shadow. And then I need my little paintbrush. I'll put a little bit of water on it. That's good though, Joyce. 40 is good. I mean, 100 is a lot. I never follow through, so I didn't attempt to this year. Peggy got hers done real fast. I don't know. Does that look like a black eye? Maybe, maybe not. All right, so I'll put our little hooks on. This one I'm going to do 2 little points. You do, Peggy? That's great. I mean, I never finish. And then she did little bows on a couple of these. So I'm just doing 2 little bows on these. 2 little bows on the eyeballs. All right, maybe I'll cheat on this one too. Let's see, where did I put the this one's staying blank. So that is not that size, but it's very close. So let's do this. Now the other ones I went on the inside. This one I'm going around the outside. Yes, it does look like the Minions. You're right, Jeannie. I can see that. Okay. Could really even put stickers in these, right? Use whatever you have. Use up some of that stash. I didn't, Jeannie. This is just a little notebook that I picked up and covered. They're just regular lined, like composition book type pages. Maybe a couple of the girls like Deb or Peggy or Candy could tell you a reason why maybe to do. I just think of gesso as something that gives you more tooth if you need something. I guess you could. If I did, I probably would have gotten a better coverage of the acrylic paint, but I just did the acrylic paint. Um, hmm. Let's try this. She did this. How did she do it? I guess her background was she had a butterfly in 2 different windows like this. Let's see if this butterfly might be a little too large. Let's have a go. Let's have a go. I think they're both this one might be a little smaller. Now, of course, if you're doing something like this, it's your own art page, so you can do whatever you dang well please, you know? It's just I'm trying to take the idea and follow mostly what she did, but kind of doing my own thing as well. Like I added some blue. I put this on an angle. Um, this is too big. I might leave it that way anyway, because I can. Let's take off the bottom of this. Hers were closer together, which kind of makes it nicer. The color pages for this scavenger hunt, I am using clear, that I had before painting since mine. Oh, that's a good idea, Jeannie. Hmm. Gives it a little more stability. Yeah, that's a good idea. Um, so I think what I'm going to do is paint the inside of this. What did I do with that pink paint that I had? Pink paint. This is almost empty. See if I can cover up some of this. In most cases, when I work in my not so everyday journal and I have a base down like that, like I did here, or like I do on these other pages, it's just watercolor on the gel plate. So I can just slap something down so I don't have blank pages. There's nothing wrong with blank pages. I just like having something down in most cases that I can either work around or slap something on top of. But in this particular project, she had, the plain paper, which looked good behind her frames. And I'm really thinking the black paint would really make some of this pop. Yeah, I have a hard time playing. I have a hard time not being controlled and having everything formed. All right, so let's see. Just like I have a hard time cutting things apart, just taking the chunk of an image, like I did with that, because I like the rest of the picture as well. I have to really force myself to do it, just like I have to force myself to throw things out. And when other people do it and play and, slap this on or slap that on, it looks so terrific. Or if you look in those magazines, like Somerset Studio and magazines like that, or the art journal, some of those folks, oh my gosh, they just like almost throw painted paper and it looks fabulous. But I am too controlled, I feel like, for most of that kind of stuff. or even just using your own handwriting. I'm such a nudge about it. I mean, okay, Dee Dee and Janet Young, they have perfect handwriting. Their stuff looks, but you know what? People that don't, their things look just as charming, and good. I mean, I just can't explain it any better than that. Like even Murray's style of her art, the way it's almost like scratch. She just, and then all of a sudden this face starts to form, and I'm busy like trying to figure out where to put an eye, and I'm like all straight. Oh my gosh. And Mary's stuff looks so good to me. All right, so they're different sizes, as we can see. But, but, I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to do it. I think I still have, oh yeah, I got plenty of this stuff left. In you go. Now, she also did, in the reel, she also decorated around on her frames. Now, somewhere, I don't know if I have one out here, I have a white gel pen that's really been working well for me. So that might be nice to decorate some of the frames. And how about nail art? Sticky paper nail art. Hell, you paying attention? Hello, is Brian coming? Are you doing, oh, I wonder if we have to play cards tonight. I wonder if you're doing, Yahtzee. I wonder which way this went. It's going to go this way now. I kind of wish I had put those frames a little closer together. Boom. Here we go. Maybe all right. Now, this one I was going to leave blank. This one I was going to leave blank. Of course, she did do some different shadowing, like this. She did stuff like that. Put some shadow in. Wonder how that would look if I did a little. It's kind of looking a little pasty. Oh, that might be better. A little grunge funge. Let's see. I mean, I just loved her page. Okay, so I need something oval. And let's see. Oh, I saw this. I don't know if this will work. Where's my... So kind of like that. Let's put him in there. Okay, Cal. All right, Cal. Her cousin might be coming. They might be playing Yahtzee. I don't know if she answered me. See if I can see my line there. I don't know. Okay, here we go. Put that right in the trash can. Keep getting it stuck on my finger. It's definitely a different shape oval. Fix this right up. When I was deciding on what journal to work in, and I opened this one up, I didn't realize I had some stuff done in this already. I thought I only had a couple pages. I'm afraid I'm going to be rubbing through. I'm kind of feel like I'm wearing that paper out. All right, now, so that's going to stay blank. That's going to stay blank. So I just need one more image. Let's go back to these. Oh, that little bird's cute, isn't he? He's really big for there. Did I do a little bird on the other? I did, but he's still big. Uh-oh. Something just hit the floor. Got to get that before the pup comes out or she'll be eating it. So that's really small. So where's my square grid? There's probably a better way to do this instead of having to flip back and forth with your grids. Oh, there's a small one. But it's not coming to me. If there is, we'll just do this part of them. You'll see that's going to be too small. I should use the disappearing ink thing. I have it. And now I need an eraser. I took my little pencil tin and I'll put this here in case I need it. I think I have I have those erasers. I wonder if that would work. You know what? I think it's better if I just smudge it. That's not smudging. I probably used a different pencil than I thought. Okay, we're going to go with it. Who did I miss? Anybody? All right, and this guy looks like a little postage stamp. Come on, little fella. See, look, I just feel like oh, I'm so cheap. I did use a pencil. Now I got to get some little hanger cords on these. It doesn't look that bad with the line around them. Let's put a little stabilo. See if I can get that to move. Yeah, I need something. Something. All right, so this guy can just go like that. There we go. How's that, Julie? Good idea. All right, so this needs a little hook, a little hanger, and this needs a little hanger. Now I'm wondering if it would look better if she didn't do this, but maybe a little highlight here and there. Oh, she decorated her frames too. Say like she did things like this. Highlight. I need the little hanger things here on the butterflies. So it's really not a hard project, right? It's just can be a little fiddly. Now, see, I have a couple of these things, but I think these are mostly Christmas. These are hard to see. These are like little cutouts, but I'm wondering if I have. There's Ange, not staying. Whatever I have has. Oh, I've been in bed since Tuesday afternoon. Jacqueline, sorry I missed your last night. Hugs to all. Oh, Ange, I hope you're feeling better soon. You're out and about. You're out and about. There's all kinds of germs. You're getting germs. You got young kids coming in the house. Okay, so now I have to figure out how I open this. Okay, this looks like I've got it taped. Okay, there's some little stars. These are all stuck. I don't know if I can. Oh, that's. Somebody's got loose. What the heck was he? Oh, they're little bells. Oh, yeah. I think these are mostly Christmas. But see, like I could use those little. Yeah, if I could pick one up. Ah, oh my goodness. Now I got a ton of them. Ah, these tweezers are not any good. Lori, good news. Thursday on my eye. They are still healing. I go back in 2 weeks and she will fit me for a new wonderful and do a test to make sure there's nothing wrong. Excellent. Well, that is good news. I cannot pick these up with these crazy. My pinchers, my tweezers are all out of whack and the ends don't come together. How long am I going to fuss with this? I should probably put a little bit of glue down. All right, let's put a little dot of glue here. I thought the gold would go good because of the gold in the background. Here we go. Little dot here. Little dot here. Let's put one here. We'll put one up here. Just go around the side. I don't know why, but I've had these. I don't know where I got them. I've never used them. Now I can't say that anymore. Yeah, that's good though, Ange. Now instead of going on top of the glue, oh heaven's sakes. I need one more up there. Oh, that's bells. I don't want bells. Oh, there's two bells. And when I slide this around, oh, there's more snow. Oh, I'm trying to get around to that star. Put a little star there. All right, let us see what else can I do. Let's set that off to the side. It's my white. Let's do see, this is where I struggle making little marks. Well, it's not the only place I struggle. Hi, Debs. Do little hearts here. Bye, Jeannie. Enjoy your day. All right, nap time. Okay, Jeannie. Let's do a little heart here. Mhm. Now, if I was going to come back in and put black paint over the frames to make them more intense, but I probably won't do that now because I'm fussing. But that's okay. Putting the highlight in those eyeballs. I think that's probably going to be good enough. Hey, 2 hours and almost 15 minutes. And I did it. I got to get these little doohickeys back in this. Thanks, Peggy. I'm fairly pleased with it. I think I could have laid it out. She laid hers out, I think, like in 2 rows, if I remember. I have to go back and watch the reel again. I've watched it 100 times already, and I still don't remember. And I was thinking if I do it in another journal and do it bigger, I could get some of these, full size. Well, they're not full size, but the size that I printed them, I could get them the whole picture in instead of a portion of it, What did Deb say? She forgot to put gloves on with the ink. Oh, so your fingers are all colored like this? This is acrylic paint. You love the eyeballs? Yeah, me too, Peggy. I think the next time I might draw my own eyes. That might be fun to do that. So there, you see a reel, watch it a couple of times. Sometimes they give a description of how they approached or how they did it. And have at it. Just try to do it. You could do it. So I'm going to put today's date on here. Now my hands are a little messy. Let's see if I can clean my hands up again. All right, so today is 3. Oh, now the silly white pen's not really working. Did I get it? Oh, here it is. 3/22/25. Now somewhere here in reach, I have baby one. I'm going to clean my fingers up a little bit, and then I'm going to show you my happy mail again. If you came in late, you missed it. We had a little guess of who sent me happy mail, and I gave out a couple of giveaways. I'll put those in the mail this week, and I'm hoping to stream Tuesday evening. I don't expect anything to come up. I don't want to get any paint on my happy mail. Just hang in there 1 minute. You don't want to miss this. That acrylic paint, really, you really shouldn't do that. Lori shouldn't do this stuff and have you watch her do it. I use my hand, the back of my hand, as a palette sometimes, and you probably shouldn't do that. All right, let's clean up this nail. I want my nails to look nice. So I've been squawking a lot about making wrist warmers to wear when I'm doing a flip through of a journal, or maybe, doing even a live stream where I'm not going to get terribly messy, or like, say I was coloring. I could wear them while I'm coloring, because this little Amity Bloom, she wears wrist warmers and her hands just look darling. Of course, she's a kid. But somebody was listening to me and they made me a pair. I've tried to figure out a couple different patterns, and I mean, I can crochet okay. I mean, I figured out the flower, right? Now, this, of course, is regular yarn, not yarn like Joyce used. Here, let me show you. I just don't want to get anything on them that's yucky. It was a little messier than I thought I was. Oh, thank you, Joyce. These definitely look better with my little fake nails on, that's for sure, in my opinion anyway. All right, so here we go. Here we go. Drum roll, please. These are so freaking cute. Do, 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 do. Oh my gosh, Beth Schuler would look fabulous in these. She's really got pretty hands. Look. So today's project, we just added some little pictures from digitals or magazine, cut them out, put them through my little Xyron maker. I know, right, Julie? How about it, Leah, huh? They're gorgeous, Joyce. They're just gorgeous. I just absolutely love them. Joyce made them, yes. And look, see, there's a little flower. Look, she put a little button in there. I'm stealing this idea. I started one in this thread to put on a journal. This is my first one. So I just used regular yarn to see how it would go. I should link this pattern in. It's a YouTube lady. It's called a 3-layered crochet flower. So I'll pull that up and add it to my description box. So, I mean, it's a little fiddly, but if you crochet, you can figure it out. If I figured it out, you could figure it out. There's just one little fiddly part, but she shows you a couple of times, So there you have it. All right, I'm going to head out and maybe grab a little lunch. And I've got tags to make for another journal that I'm working on. I've got to figure out the cover. So I'm very excited about it. I've been enjoying working on it. So, thank you for being here, Peggy. I appreciate my mod so much. And enjoy the rest of your day, the rest of your weekend. We've got girls coming up, usually Xandra, and we've got Ann-Lar, and then Murray. Tanya is not streaming today. Oh, Joyce, I'm thrilled with them. Thank you so much. And and then we'll see you next week. Okay, everyone, take care. Leah, I'm going to go right and find what you're asking me. I bought several, Leah, and they were on sale. So Leah was asking about the digital. So I'll pop that in too. But Leah, I can message the information to you. All right. So any questions, let me know. You can always private message me. And yeah, thanks for being here. I appreciate you all so very much. Thanks for keeping me company. And until I see you next time, don't forget, take time to be creative and enjoy the journey. Bye-bye for now.